Hi there, I'm Noah, and this is the ERS Configuration Training Series, Items Part 1, Adding or Editing a Regular Item. I strongly recommend that if you haven't watched this series, you go ahead and watch at least the first 3 videos in this series before you start adding and editing items. There are a few different types of items, and understanding what the different item types mean and which one you should choose is critically important to make sure your ERS folder manages your inventory correctly and you don't wind up with double bookings. There are 3 types of items in the ERS system: regular, package, and shared. Shared items use what we call product sharing, which is where 2 or more companies that have ERS folders share some or all of their inventory between them. There are other trainings on product sharing, so we're not going to cover that in this series. Package items combine 1 or more other items together, so they allow you to sell or rent your items in multiple different combinations. A common use case of packages is modular units with banners or wet-dry units. In this video, we're going to add a modular 4-in-1 combo unit, and in the next video, we're going to add a bunch of banners. In the third video, we're going to combine those banners and this modular unit to make a bunch of package items. So let's start by going to Admin, Products, Items, and let's go ahead and click on Add New. In this video, we're just going to focus on the fields that are found here under Basic Fields and Recommended Fields. This part of our system is very big and powerful, can do a lot. All of these fields can do a lot of cool things for you, but they're not anything we need to think about right now. Again, right now we're just going to focus on the basic and recommended fields. I'm going to go ahead and type the name of the item into this name field, and as the placeholder text tells me, whatever we type into this field is going to display on the web page for this item, as well as in the URL of that web page. Now this is important for SEO, as Google and other web search companies use the URLs of web pages to index those pages for search rankings. So what this means is once you've established a name for the item, it's best not to change it if possible, as that could affect the page's rankings. However, if you do want to change how the name of an item displays on its web page, you can either use the special display name field, or you can use what's called 301 redirects. A 301 redirect tells search engines, hey, this web page that used to live at that URL now lives at this URL, so it's the same page. So the new URL presumably doesn't hurt your rankings. And there is a tutorial in the knowledge base at support.eventrentalsystems.com on 301 redirects that you can consult if you ever need to. So I'm going to call this new unit 4-in-1 modular combo, as I feel that'll be a nice and clear name for my drivers when they see it on their load sheets. But I don't want it to say the word modular on the web page for this item, as modular is kind of a nerdy word and I don't think my customers need to see it. So I'm going to use this special display name field to make the item name display as just 4-in-1 combo. I'm going to leave this item set as a regular item. Again, we'll cover packages in the third video. Let's say this item is going to rent for $300. We just want to put the base cost for this item in this field. Don't worry about any price adjustments for overnight rentals and that sort of thing. We'll cover that in other tutorials. The quantity field is very important. We have to tell my folder how many of this item I have in inventory. My folder cannot manage the inventory and prevent double bookings if it doesn't know how many of the items that I have. In this case, let's say I just bought 1 of this unit. Let's put this unit in the combo bounce houses category. I do want this item to display for my customers on my website, so we're going to leave display to customer set to yes. Remember, we've got these tooltips that you can hover over to learn what the other choices here mean. I'm going to go ahead and add a picture using this picture field. Now, I know I don't have the picture that I'm going to use in my folder already. If I did, I could go ahead and use the pictures that are already in here that I see right here. And remember that you can scroll to different pages with these arrow buttons. Again, since I know I don't have the picture already in my folder, I'm going to use this Choose File button. I'm going to go ahead and use this JPEG image. JPEG or PNG should work in here. Now, I can add more pictures using this additional media button, as long as I continue to process at least 50% of my payments with ERS Pay. And what the additional media feature does is it allows you to put additional pictures and or videos underneath the main item picture on the item web page. It's real simple. You just click here on the additional media button and click here to add an image or here to add a video. And when you're done, you just save your changes. Not going to go through that in this video because we're really just focused on the basics right now. But that is there for you as long as you process at least 50% of your payments with ERS Pay. Now, I am going to go ahead and use the AI Assistant to add description text to this page. Now, the AI Assistant is a Pro Plus and above feature, so if your account is standard, you're going to have to go ahead and write your own description text, but if you're Pro Plus and above, feel free to watch this next little segment to learn how to best use this feature. I've learned that the key to getting really good description text is to make the prompt really specific, so I'm going to edit this prompt to add more detail. Okay, let's see how that does for us. All right, let's go ahead and add this into the editor. I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick. I'm going to speed up the video so you don't have to sit there twiddling your thumbs watching me read. All right, the only thing I'm going to change in here is that this last sentence right here is sort of geared toward a purchase, right? Like if somebody was buying it, if it's an investment that will keep children engaged, happy, and physically active for years to come, they're not going to buy it. This is for a rental. So let's just change that real quick. And maybe that's reminding me that in the future, I should specify that this is for a rental. ChatGPT is only going to be as smart as its prompt. I'm going to go ahead and change this word from order to rent. Order would probably be okay, but let's be a little specific here. Now, before I click Submit to submit our changes, I'm going to go ahead and open up the front end by clicking on my logo here, and I am going to navigate to the Combo Bounce Houses category that I'm putting this item in so we can see the page without the unit first, and then we can go back into the back end and submit this new item. So when we go back into the front end and refresh the page, we can now see our new item. And if we click into that picture, we'll see all of our edits here. Now, this right here is what we call item page price text. And we're going to cover that in the 4th video in this series, which is about the web page for our items, sprucing them up a little bit and making them extra good. So that's all there is to it for the basic and recommended fields. I encourage you to proceed to the next video in this series where we're going to add in a bunch of banners and other hidden items. In the 3rd video, we'll combine those banners with this combo unit to make some package items. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.